So I just got out of a screening of Captain America Civil War, and I got to tell you, this is almost too much movie to fit into one movie. It feels like there are 15 films crammed into this thing, but somehow it all magically works. Those Russo brothers are absolute geniuses at interweaving and crafting and keeping a kinetic story going, but having lots of different plot points, lots of different heroes, lots of different homages and connections to comic lore that we've seen in the past. Everybody is on their A game here. Of course, we've got the old classic standby superhero actors. We've got Robert Downey Jr. just killing it as Iron Man. We've also got Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Phenomenal action sequences. Terrific sort of soulful acting in here as well as this character, which was really nice to see. Loved seeing Sebastian Stan sort of rise up as the Winter Soldier, get to know him a little bit more. A lot more nuance, a lot more color and flavor in his performance. But I think, you know, once again, the standout performance, the sort of central figure in this thing had to be Captain America. And Chris Evans, he's as perfectly cast as this character as Robert Downey Jr. ever was as Iron Man. And it's really hard to imagine anybody else stepping into the boots and packing the shield of Captain America other than this guy. And because he just seems virtuous, but with a kind of a soulful, like a truthfulness that you kind of believe. You get behind what this guy's got to say. So when he is, opposed to the accords that are going to have all of these superheroes registered for the governments of the world, you're kind of right alongside. At least I am. I mean, I know there's a lot of Team Iron Man folks out there, but when Captain America says, "Look, this seems wrong to have the government put us into boxes and just use us at their whims and their beck and call, and potentially for the wrong kinds of things," especially after everything that he's seen in the last Captain America movie. You are right along for the ride with that. You completely understand where he's coming from, and that escalation of the tensions between these superheroes suddenly has a lot more weight. It has a lot more sustenance. You feel like, oh my God, this really kind of sucks that they're all wailing on each other and beating each other up. I mean, the effects are incredible, and the fight choreography and the way that all of these powers kind of fuse together and battle each other, it's unbelievable to watch. But I gotta tell you, it kind of hurts you a bit to see all of these punches thrown and these masks cracked, but there's all of these great little moments in there that are fun to watch, but they also resonate with the violence and this sort of uncomfortable that these heroes should not be fighting. And as I'm watching this movie, and honestly, so much of Civil War is that sort of race to the conflict. I mean, that's really what this was all set out to be. It was definitely they lift a lot of great moments from the books, but they absolutely wanted to get these heroes pitted against each other. So we're not really seeing a whole bevy of supervillains or, interesting kind of evil bad guy subplots that are interwoven in here. We've got Crossbones and we've got Zemo, but that if I could say one sort of element that I wanted a bit more of is maybe some more super villainy type action in here to kind of bring these heroes together a little bit. But I guess that's what the Russo brothers and Marvel are kind of putting together for the Infinity War films. But it is weird as we're having these actors and these characters race towards each other to start just beating on each other. The Captain America and Iron Man fight that's sort of closer towards the end of the movie is gut-wrenching. I mean, you honestly feel for these characters, and it's hard not to watch a movie that's as well crafted and well made with as much obvious passion, with as much sort of obvious, kind of focus on honoring all of the incredible source material, not trying to be better than it, not trying to second guess it, just honoring it. It's hard not to watch a movie like Civil War and not think of Batman versus Superman, where there is this big sort of, effects heavy fight sequence in Batman versus Superman, but you don't really feel anything. You don't feel like, oh, these two shouldn't be fighting and this feels all wrong, because they just sort of thrust us into that in that movie. And I've gone on way too much about my problems with Batman versus Superman. In this movie, you do feel that weight. You do feel that, that sort of empathy and that kind of sorrow that why have all of these heroes been driven to this state? Why do they have to battle each other? And I thought that was fantastic. I thought that was a really wonderful touch. You do get as packed to the gills with all kinds of character that this movie is and all of these different moments that all of these great actors have. there's still a humanness, you know, that you still feel like you get to know these superheroes as regular people, as people with conscience and with you know, ambition and desires that kind of make sense in this crazy Marvel world, you know.
Captain America.
Mr. Lang?
It's an honor. I'm shaking your hand too long. Wow, this is awesome.
You're going to be blown away by the new Spider-Man. Tom Holland absolutely steals the scenes that he's in, and you absolutely will want more. So, you know, I, for one, cannot wait for 2017 and Spider-Man Homecoming. He's excellent. I love seeing Paul Rudd embrace the role of Ant-Man a little bit more. There's some fantastic surprises with his character. Chadwick Boseman just rips it up as Black Panther. That's another movie that I'm incredibly excited for. I don't know how Marvel does it, honestly. I don't know how they get this pedigree of performance and stunt work and effects work and also connects us to the lore so elegantly and so efficiently and so wonderfully, but they have done it again. Captain America Civil War is astounding. It's, you know, right up there with the First Avengers. This is one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. Gets a 9.5 out of 10 from me. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.